RCWA8WKY.
Wednesday. It may quiet now, but wait in 5 minutes. It's gonna go crazy. There's gonna be a lot of traffic on this repeater. 147.39 will come alive. Nick and Dustin, well, I know what they're doing. They're making sure they have enough energy for lunch because they're going to be a busy people. So KC at FQV. But, yep, it's going to come alive. If you think it's quiet now, it'll be in 4 minutes. KC at FQV.
This is KD8SLG. We'll be linking the repeater up to the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker net for the next 2 hours. Dustin has the first hour, KD80PC, and Nancy has the second hour, KI5OZZ. You're not only welcome, but encouraged to check in on both hours. And that's going to start in about, a minute and 15 seconds. Everyone please stand by. KD8SLG, clear until net.
Good afternoon and welcome to the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. My name is Dustin, my call sign is KD8PC, and I'll be net control for the first hour today. The Boredom Breaker Net meets every day at noon Central Time on the RCWA repeater Allstar node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. This is a direct net. All traffic must pass through net control and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-ins, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. Being linked, we ask that you keep for a couple seconds before and after you transmit, and make sure you let everything drop so we can hear everything you have to say. Let's see. We are linked in with Arkansas, Virginia, and various other repeaters, so like I just said, keep for a couple seconds before and after you transmit. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations waiting to check into the Boredom Breaker Net. Please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Alpha, KI5, Fox Queen Victor. There where Jim would say up-oh. KCFQV.
All right, let's see here. Had me nervous for a second there, but we picked up a couple. We got a AI5Q Jarris and KCFQV Mark, the northern Mark. We also have AB8MO there at the lunch table and AI5HV Greg. We have Taco Tim there, KI5TAQ. So, well, let's go through these few, and I'll take some more in just a minute. But let's start with Andy. He's at the lunch table there in the land of snow and maple syrup. AB8MO, take it.
W8WKY.
KD80PC, this is AB8MO. Yeah, it was kind of an unusual way to start the net. I thought maybe just somebody quick keyed on 3.9 and brought everything down, but if nobody checked in, okay, well, I don't know. So anyway, things are slowly returning back to normal up here in Geauga County. We were hit pretty hard with the storms last week, and I'm pretty sure the repeater was on generator power for a few days. We didn't have internet at the repeater until I think it was Friday or Saturday when it finally went up. And somebody else connected the Boredom Breaker hub. I went to go connect it. It was already connected. So we're coming out on 015 today. So still no internet at home. So this is my, let's see, if I want Allstar, I got to use the repeater now. It came on for about 12 hours again. The internet was restored let's see here, Tuesday night, and then it was gone by Wednesday afternoon, and it's been out, well, let's see, it was Monday into Tuesday, and then Tuesday afternoon it died again, and it's been out ever since. So, said they'd give us some credits for no service, and it's been out more than it's been on, so it's been a little frustrating. So, got the Warren Amateur Radio Association Club Net. They're on tonight, so I might be a little late for the pre-show for the Beacon Net tonight, because I'll be doing that, but that net usually doesn't go more than about 45 minutes tops, and it starts at 9 o'clock, so I should be in there in plenty of time for the net at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Back to you there, Dustin. Hello to the man behind the curtain. Everybody else, this is ABHMO.
All right there, Andy. Well, great to hear you out there today. And I'll tell you, I didn't know what happened at the beginning there. I was starting to wonder if maybe the repeater was broken, but I was watching both VFOs, and the other one's the node hooked to right to Oklahoma. So there you go. It was just a slow start, but we're making some progress now there. And glad you got your power back. We had, I don't know, 100 or so power trucks, their crews, and all their equipment over in the fairgrounds parking lot. They had a whole base camp set up there. They had a kitchen and a tent in the parking lot. They had cots in the community center. It was pretty wild. So, but they left town yesterday or the evening before and tore everything down. So there you go. That's the story with that. But hopefully you'll get your internet soon, and then you'll be good as new there. But we'll say 73. Have fun with the net tonight, and hopefully I'll catch you again on the Beacon Net. Let's go over to Greg now. AI5HV. Good afternoon, Greg. How are you?
Hello, Dustin, Nick, and everyone else on the net. This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, Greg in Broken Arrow. We're doing pretty good this afternoon. Waiting on a call back from Ford so we can go pick up Judy's car today. They said they were supposed to have it ready today, so we'll see what happens there. Man, went outside earlier to bring the trash bins back up to the house, and man, is it warm out there. My weather station is saying 94.5 and feels like 108.4.
That's a little hot for me, Greg, if I'm being honest with you. It's in the 80s here, and it's hot, so I can't imagine it feeling like that out there. That sounds terrible, but I'll tell you what, yeah, I'd stay on the cool side of the door if I was you. As far as trash bins go, I've been throwing my trash away at work because I got a raccoon I'm trying to catch, and he keeps tearing into my cans. He chewed through the side of the can to try to get whatever was in there, so I mean, I got the can strapped shut, but he's chewed through the side now, so that's been my deal with that. Back to you.
That sounds like a lot of determination to me on the part of that rodent there, so hopefully you get him caught here pretty soon. So it's good to hear you guys on the net last night, and definitely some interesting trivia questions there, and Nick, I actually knew the answer to that one. So you mentioned something about caddying for some golf pros, and believe it or not, I actually have a set of golf clubs that my uncle gave me back in about 1974 that had still has some hickory shafts on them, and it has a niblick and a spoon and the mashie and stuff in there. So that was an interesting trivia question.
Well, there you go. I missed the club net last night. I had a craving for a strawberry milkshake, so I had to drive out and get that, and ended up missing the whole net. But you know what? If you enjoy trivia questions like that, you should come and join us again on the Beacon Net tonight. We'll have our regular trivia question and then a wonderful alternate trivia question too there. So there you go. And Greg, did you have anything else for us today?
I want to say thank you for proxy again, Miss Judy, Kilo India 5, Victor Echo, and the cable is on its way here to configure the Allstar node for the American Airlines Amateur Radio Club repeater. So looking forward to actually moving forward on progress there. So with that, Dustin and Nick, I appreciate you both running the net today and logging there. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll say blessings to everybody out there listening on the net. This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, and I'll turn it back over to you.
All right there, Greg. Well, good luck with the node there. Hope you get it up and working, and that sounds exciting. Maybe we'll be able to check into the AA net from here then. So we'll say 73. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you down the log. Let's go over to another good friend of ours, AI5Q Jairus. It was good to catch up with you yesterday. Take it away.
So, hey, Dustin, AI5Q here. Just wanted to get checked in, let you know that the link was up. That awkward pause that was almost there at the beginning of the net, I thought might give you some complex or something, so I figured I'd grab the mic and key in. Nothing much to say, just working, and well, it's the last day of freedom for the kids. They go to school tomorrow, so we'll see how crazy they get when I get home. Anyway, that's about all I've got. We'll send it back over to you, and have a good net there. Hopefully there's no more of those weird, awkward pauses. I think everybody was just waiting on Gil. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Telling you, and it was kind of strange that Gil didn't hop in there. He likes to be the first one on the net. Maybe he's taking the nap there, and he'll have to jump in later. So, boy, sounds like the kids are probably going to be enjoying their last day of freedom, and maybe it might be a crazy evening getting everybody ready for school in the morning. So, we'll say 73 to you for now, Jairus. Have a great afternoon, and just so you know, you have a little buzzy, humming noise coming in with you on the node. So, there you go. 73 TM will catch you down the log, and that's going to bring me over to Mark now. KC8FQE, the northern Mark. Take it away.
All right, KCFQV. Oh, wow. It's coming in. We're coming through our app tonight. That's it. Afternoon through Newberry. So, really good. I'm hearing it. And, yeah, I'm hearing it through the Oklahoma guy dialed in out there. And then we got the other phone, the Wi-Fi phone that's running into the but yeah, I thought that it was starting to drop, so I said, okay, we'll switch to another. We'll go over to the switch, so it was starting to fade out there, but everything's going good. And yeah, I thought an awkward pause, that what Jim would take and say, uh-oh, what's wrong? I wonder if Jim's gonna get off the porch, or he got a radio on the porch listening. We'll find out, I imagine. And I heard Josh, yeah, did go up to the Cars meeting last night. It was him that did PODA. Yeah, he was in there this morning on the barometer net. So we'll send it back to net and listen along here. So KC8FQV. Yeah, we switched to DB switch.
All right there, Mark. Well, good to hear you in there. And, yeah, you did start to fade out. I don't know if your battery's going on the other radio or if you're just in a bad spot. But, yeah, switching over to DB switch was all right there because I was starting to have trouble understanding. So, glad to have you with us. We'll say 73 and charge that battery so you can come in through Newberry tonight. All right, let's go over here to Taco Tim now. KI5TAQ, take it away.
Hi, good afternoon, Dustin, and to everybody on the net. This is KI5TAQ. Yeah, I'm sitting here resting and relaxing for a little, but sooner or later I'll be making myself ready to head on out to the playground or to the Big W. And then I'll catch up with you guys on the Beacon Net. or what I would call the bacon net, where yes, the trivia questions are always interesting, especially the alternate ones when they feature corn waldo bean. And I hope someone gets a chance to maybe get Larry the rubber chicken on another question. That could make Alan's day even much better. I know that'd be featuring Josh and Lucy. So I'll catch you guys later in the day. I'll send it back to Net Control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right there, Tim. Well, I don't have too much fun at the Big W, and we'll look forward to seeing you there this evening for the Beacon Net. All right, we're at the bottom of the list there. This is KD8PC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I did pick up a couple of Echolinks there. I have W8KOC Fred and KUIB John. So with that, this is KD8PC. I'm taking check-ins. Please call now.
This is Kilo Charlie 8. Mike Romeo Charlie, Bob in Oakwood Village, Ohio.
This Kilo Delta 4 Yankee Victor Victor, 84 YVV, in and out.
Kilo India 5 Oscar Zulu Zulu, KI5 OCD the odds, Pegs Oklahoma.
KG4 OYS Mobile, Kevin in Lynchburg, Virginia. In and out. Have a good net, Nick.
KZ8.
All right, what a nice orderly list of check-ins. Let me make sure I've got it here. All right, I picked up KC8MRC Bob. I have KD4YVV Jeff. I have KI5OZZ Miss Nancy. KG4OIS Kevin there was in and out mobile, so we'll wave a hand to him. And I have KZ8TG Tim. Good afternoon. Let's start here at the top with Fred WA8KOC. Good afternoon, Fred. How you doing?
The only thing that I can respond is okay, but I have to say that the blue screen, I think it's Almond, is fabulous because you guys can tell when we're here and we don't have to announce, and that saves some verbal effort on our part. Thank you. Dustin, great to hear from you, as always, pal. I think I'll probably see you tomorrow night at the meeting, but I'm sure the man behind the screen there, just Nick, is doing a fine job to assist you. Yeah, thanks for taking my check-in. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this beautiful weather we're having here. Thank goodness it's not 101 or 105 like it is out in the plains states. Feel bad for those folks. I'll bet Ms. Nancy's going to be in the AC, though, running the next hour. Take good care of yourselves, and hopefully you'll have a great rest of the net, and I'm going to just, listen along as far as I can. 7-3, pal. KD8EPC and the Boredom Breaker Net, this is WA8KOC. Have a good one, buddies.
All right there, Fred. Well, when we got Nick behind the curtain there, he's watching the bubble chart, and he sees you come in there either on the dashboard or the bubble chart, and that's how he picks you up. So we're glad to have you, as always, and I think we'll be at the meeting, but I'm not 100% sure. But if not, I'm sure we'll see you at the picnic this coming weekend. Well, we'll say 73, and that's going to take me down to John now. KE8UIB. How you doing, John?
KD8UPC from KD8UIB. Good afternoon, Dustin Herb out there on the net. Doing good on this wonderful Wednesday birthday, and just working away, trying to finish off my last hour here, so I can get out the door a little bit early, and I just want to take a quick second to chime in and say hello as I'm listening to the net. With that, thank you, Dustin, for getting me in. Thank you, Nick, for getting me in. With that, this is KD8UIB living a $5 dream, and that's what of time. I'm going to hand this back to Net Control. 7-3, y'all.
Happy birthday, Johnny. WA8KOC.
All right there. Well, as Fred said, happy birthday to you, John. And heck, we're going to throw a whole roll of nickels in the jar for you today for the special occasion there. Don't have too much fun at the Big W. I hope you get off, and I hope you get to enjoy some of this beautiful weather we're having. So we'll say 73. Have a great afternoon. We'll catch you there down the log. And now we're going to go down here to Bob, KC8MRC. Bob, how you doing?
Good afternoon, Dustin and everybody on the net. Don't have too much for the net. Didn't lose power for more than a couple of seconds when that storm hit. Have a little storm damage to the house that I'm trying to work through. Other than that, everything's fine here. So I'll turn it back to the net and say 7-3 to 1 and all. This is KC8MRC.
Frequency mode.
All right there, Bob. Well, good to hear you out there, and I'm glad you only had a couple of blinks of the power there. We also only had a blink of the power here in Medina. Everything was north of us, so there you go. And we're glad that we didn't get it because it looks pretty bad from all the news photos and videos and things I've seen. So 73, Bob, have a great day, and we'll catch you there next time. I think he may have been in and out, but we're going to call for him anyway. KD4YVV, Jeff, are you still with us?
Yes, I am. I'm still here.
All right, well, it's your turn. Take it away.
Yes, I was in and out, but you know what? I'm still listening to the radio, so I'm going to make a comment. It won't be earful, I'm sure. It's 84 degrees here, and it's not even humid. That's the highest it's supposed to get. According to the information, it's supposed to start dropping down in about 2-3 hours. We'll have, 68 degrees in the morning. So I look forward to it. I like those bottom numbers. Those bottom numbers always let me know if the weather and season changes. Everybody always look at the top number, but you know what? The bottom number is telling you the season is coming. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm getting ready to go to the bank and spend some money for good cause. And that way this weekend we go to a thing called the Old Bean Bond Dance. It's put on by Jimmy Dean's wife. And we have T.J. Shepard and a bunch of other famous stars for a second show. And it's well worth it. Good to see some good old country stars that are still existing. And the Bondes does his own show. It's like a Grand Ole Opry, local, and it's great. So anyway, just want to throw that out there. You never know. There might be somebody out here that wants to go to a show nearby in Virginia. So KD4YVV back over net control.
W8WKY.
All right there, Jeff. Well, it's great to hear you out there. Now, we've got 79 degrees right now here, but it says a high at 80, and it's going to go down this afternoon. So there you go. But, we'll say 73. Enjoy the show and have yourself a great afternoon. Let's go over to Miss Nancy now, KI5OZZ. How are you, Miss Nancy?
Where it is 91 degrees and 65% humidity outside right now. So, yes, I will be looking forward to being cool on the stool come the top of the hour to take the NCO chair if you'll have me. And other than that, yeah, been, doing some gardening and this and that and the other thing, but I'll pass it back to you so you can wrangle the rest of them there, Dustin, and I'll give a high five to KD8SLG behind the curtain there. KI5OZZ, back to net.
All right there, Miss Nancy. Well, it's great to hear you out there, and we'll look forward to hearing you at the top of the hour. You're sounding real good there. But stay on the cool side of the door, and that's what we're doing here. It's set to 64 in here, and we like it that way. So we'll say 73 to you for now. And we're going to go on down here and talk to Tim, KZ8TG. Afternoon, Tim. How you doing?
Dustin, how you doing? How's everybody doing? You caught me at a good time. I was driving by the Hall of Fame there a couple minutes ago, and for some reason that's like a Bermuda Triangle, but I'm past it now. Yeah, I'm off today. I had a doctor's appointment this morning, so I'm out running errands, and all is well so far. Hopefully it's coming in good. Yeah, do a little garden later myself after I'm done with my errands, and yeah, just was happy birthday to John there, if he's still listening, and everybody have a good day. Boy, the strange stuff you don't see people doing on the side of the road when you're going down the road. Oh my goodness. All right. Before I run out of words, back to net, KZ8TG Mobile 73.
All right there, Tim. I'm not sure what's going on the side of the road there, but make sure you pay attention to what's going on in front of you so you don't smash into the car in front of you there. 73, my friend. Have a great afternoon and enjoy yourself there. All right, this is KD8PC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I'm at the bottom of the list here, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Lima Alpha, Neil and Brewster.
You know what? I'll take them one at a time, and that's a good one, too. WD8LLA. Neil, how are you, my friend?
KD8EPC, WD8LLA. I'm doing pretty good for an old man. I was making my wife a sign this morning on my jigsaw. It's welcome friends, relatives by appointment only. And my jigsaw broke, so I guess I got that coming. I've been working on it, trying to repair it, and I found the problem. Now I'm on the eBay hunting parts, but everything's been good here in Brewster, Dustin. It's good to hear you. I'm trying to make the meeting tomorrow night. I don't know whether I will or not. By the end of the day, I'm usually pretty shot and then driving, but Gary Klein lives down by me, which I just found out in the last few months. WC8W. He's an old ham. He's in the nursing home down there. Well, he has an apartment, actually, but I wanted to call and see if he wanted to come along with me. So I don't know what'll happen, but I'm going to try. So thanks for running the net and all you do for the club. You do so many things, you guys. I wished I was 50 years younger, get in on the action, but I did my time, I guess. A lot of field days. 73, Dustin. I'll be listening here. WD8LLA, back to net control.
All right there, Neil. Great to hear you out there as always, and I hope you do make the meeting. We're going to try to make the meeting ourselves because I missed the last one, so there you go. We'll say 73 to you for now. Have a great afternoon, and we'll catch you down the log, my friend. All right, this is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. We're at the bottom of the list again, and we're looking for some check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Delta 5, Alpha Foxtrot here.
Kilo Bravo 5, Delta Sierra Echo, KB5DSE, Jameson, Florida.
Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Foxtrot Delta.
Sorry, 3, Quebec, November, Delta.
All right, let me make sure I've got it here. I picked up KD5AFS Grant and 3MDC Michael. I have KB5DSE James in Florida. I have KO4UFD Joel, and I have KC3QND Miss Jeannie. Let's start at the top here with Grant, KD5AFS. How you doing, Grant? What are you smoking today?
KD8DPC in the net, KD5AFS. Good afternoon, Dustin. Howdy, Mr. Nick on the keyboard there, and nothing on the smoker today. We're under excessive heat warning. It's already 96 outside. Wouldn't surprise me if we don't hit 100 today. Other than that, Dustin, not a lot going on. I ran up to Tractor Supply in Collinsville and got a couple of propane tanks filled. And come back home, did a little water. 10 o'clock, I decided it was time to get in the AC, so I came inside. If I go back outside today, it'll only be briefly. But all's well here, Dustin. The ACs are working, and the electric company's doing their best. So we're doing okay. Just want to check in and say hi, Dustin, and thank you for picking me up. And I will send it back to you, sir. KD5AFS.
Well, Grant, it's always great to hear you, and yeah, I guess you probably shouldn't be out there smoking anything if there's an excessive heat warning, so I'd stay on the cool side of the door myself, and boy, Tractor Supply, I could spend a lot of time in that place and a lot of money too, so there you go, but always a good time, and I always get something that I don't really need. So Grant, we'll say 73 for now. Always a pleasure, my friend, and we'll catch you down the log. And that's going to bring me over to Michael, N3MDC. How you doing?
Well, Dustin, I'm kind of frustrated with eBay. I've ordered a video game from them last week, I think. It was supposed to be here sometime this week, and it hasn't arrived yet. It's supposed to be coming from Kentucky. I think they probably had or something, but it said on there they're running behind sending it to me. It's supposed to get here now between August, I think, 21st, 23 now. And that's what I just saw here on their website from the owner that's supposed to send it to me. But what are you going to do? I have been waiting for this game for a long time. It's my NASCAR 15 game. I'm going to try and replace it because my last game I have is cracked. I've used it so much, so I'm ordering a new one. So hopefully I get it real soon. I'm just going to look up the weather up there in Kentucky, see what's going on with the weather up there. It could be the weather of why my game hasn't arrived yet, but I'll see what's going on. Back to you, Dustin, in 3MDC.
W8WKY.
All right there, Michael. Well, it's great to hear you out there, and I hope your game does show up. That's frustrating when you're waiting for something that's supposed to be there and it just hasn't shown up yet. That's the worst. So I hope it comes, and I hope you have a great rest of your day otherwise, and we'll say 73 again. We're going to jump on over here to James, KB5DSE in Florida. How you doing?
Yes, KB5DSE. Well, don't have a whole lot to say. Just want to get checked in and good to hear from y'all. And we'll talk to y'all later. KB5DSE. Take care.
All right there, James. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello to us. It's great to hear you out there. We'll catch you on down the log, and we'll say 73. That's going to bring me over to KO4UFD, Joel.
got a big ham plant possible. Alabama coming up Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that. Going over there and figure out all the guys. So that's about it for me. So this is KL4 UFD. We're back to next program.
All right, there. I'll tell you what. We had a really rough copy, and you dropped the repeater a bunch, so I didn't get much of what you said there. But we did hear a little bit. But we'll say 73 to you for now. And if you get into a better spot there, or turn up the power, feel free to jump back in and say hello again. All right, that's going to bring me down to KC3QND, Miss Jeannie. How are you? It's been a while.
Boy, better in this KCQND here. Good morning. Today, to everybody on the net all over the place. Sounds really, really good. Really quite comfortable. It's a little warm, but we can handle it. We know what's coming, so we got to enjoy this nice weather while we can. So, not doing too much else. Just thinking about maybe putting up another antenna somewhere. That's always a good thing. So, with that, Dustin, hope you have a wonderful net. It sounds really good. This is KC3QND. Back to you. Take it away.
All right there, Miss Jeannie. Well, it's so wonderful to hear you out there as always. And make sure you give Mr. Wilson a scratch on the ears and tell Pete hello for us. And yeah, we got to enjoy it while we can, because before you know it, it's going to be cooling off, and it's going to be that white stuff coming. So there you go. We'll say 73 for now. Have a great afternoon, and I hope to talk to you again there real soon. All right, Miss Jeannie's the bottom of the list. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net, and I'm looking for some check-ins. Please call now.
KE8 HNK Mobile.
Gil, Claremore. Kilo Oscar 5 Sierra India Echo Aussie KO5 SIE
5 RBG.
Hey, Dustin, it's Wade, WD8MIU, 2 weeks in a row. Woohoo!
Yankee, Alan Sperry.
All right, what a nice orderly list of check-ins. Let me make sure I've got it real quick. All right, I picked up K8HNK Mobile Elmer. I have KD5ENU Gil. I have KO5SIE Aussie. I have KC5 Real Big Gun Shannon, WD8MIU Wade, and I heard DNY, and I'm pretty sure that's KI5 DAY Allen there. So, hey, how you doing? KHNK Elmer, take it away.
Hey, Dustin, good. Hey, everybody, I was kind of there, a little low on traffic. I had to kind of watch what I was doing. Hope everybody's doing good. Just to let you guys know, I probably won't have my base station for indefinitely. With this rain this past Thursday, my basement room flooded out. I lost pretty much the drywall, my desk, several old train books, and some radio books, unfortunately, were damaged. And, of course, so indefinitely, and everything's kind of packed away in a box. Fortunately, only one radio did get a little damp. Going to check it out later on this week and see how it's doing. But other than that, we survived most everything. Let me buy some time. So, anyhow, yeah, the Jeep actually wound up getting a couple people out of the high water. it was 24 inches deep, and the Jeep sets at about 28 inches high, so we were able to keep everybody safe and get a couple cars moved out of the floodwaters. Other than that, just mobiling on my way home from work. So, other than that, just wanted to say everybody have a bright and blessed day. This is K8H&K, back to net control.
All right there, Elmer. Well, sorry to hear about your basement. That's really a bummer, but I hope you get that fixed up, and glad you're able to help some people get out of the water there. We'll say 73 for now. You mobile safely, and we'll talk to you again there real soon. Let's go over to Gil now. KD5ENU, take it away.
Yeah, thank you. KD5ENU. And hope everybody's doing fine out there. And I know about some flooding and basements and otherwise. But everything's fine here, and as far as I know, here in Claremore, I don't think there was too much flooding, too much rain here at all. And but anyway, I was sitting here getting things deleted from my computer, so I guess I better get back to what I was doing. So anyway, I'll get out of here and turn it back over to you. It's nice to hear your voice. KD5ENU, back to net control 73.
All right there, Gil. Well, we'll say 73T and have yourself a great day. Let's go over to KO5SIE. Ozzy, how you doing?
I'm doing great today. It's a beautiful day, and hopefully I have an electrician coming to hook up some cool gadgets that I've been waiting to have hooked up. So we'll see if that happens or not. But other than that, just working with a little bit of a quiet time. Thought I'd check in and get in on your hour.
Well, we're glad you had a quiet minute there to stop and say hello to us. It's always good to hear you, my friend. So don't have too much fun with the rest of the day there, and try not to do too much if you don't have to. We'll say 73, and that's going to bring me over to my good friend Shannon. KC5, Real Big Guns. Good afternoon, Shannon. How are you?
W8WKY.
Hello there, Dustin and Nick, KC5RBG. Had to wait on a little ID there, but I just woke up. Of course, I didn't get to sleep till about, probably 6:30 this morning. Still kind of tired, but hey, it's time to start the day, right? It's going to be a good, hot day, I think. But I got some plans today, so we'll, end up getting those done and getting through the day. Hope y'all are having a great day up there. Hopefully it's not too hot. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, and 73. Back to net control.
All right there, Shannon. Well, I certainly hope your plans are on the cool side of the door, because so far everyone's saying it's very, very hot there. We've got 80 degrees and sunny according to my computer, and it was pretty warm when I was out earlier, but I'm inside the AC now, and that's where I plan to stay. So 73, have a great day, my friend, and we'll catch you down the log later this evening, I'm sure. Let's go over and talk to Warm Weather Wade now, WD8MIU. What's going on, Wade?
Well, thanks to Shannon, I'm on his repeater through Echolink. Say hi to Shannon, by the way, and everybody else. We're doing okay. I'm dog sitting again. I do that every once in a while. My son, my stepson, is up in Tennessee putting film on schools up there.
and he's got this black 75-pound Labrador slash picture, I think it is. Probably the nicest dog you've ever met. I mean, it's just, not sure if a birder came, you would be protecting or not, because he just loves everybody. But at any rate, so I'm up here in Lutz, Florida, which is about 40 miles from my house. And so I brought an antenna with me, the string, in his backyard. But it's been so hot out, I haven't gone out and done it yet. And according to the news, the Tampa area news, we're supposed to have a dry spell come in here sometime by Friday, I think it is. And it's supposed to cool things down a little bit. So if that happens, then that antenna will be strung. It's a G5 RV, and just I would play a little bit of HF since I'm kind of bored here. But I watch the Olympics and watching TV now and football games when they're on, and the dog is my buddy as long as I feed him and let him out. If I don't feed him and give him water and let him out, he probably won't become my friend anymore, but he's right now very lovable. And, of course, every time it thunders a little bit, he's in the bathtub, so I think I mentioned that last time I was up here dog sitting. And we had a little thunder earlier. We're supposed to get some showers this afternoon, but it is in the 90s, and the 90s feel like 100, I think. So I'm going to turn it back over to you and Nick. Dustin, appreciate you doing the net. You rattled my chain, and I've actually showed up here 2 weeks in a row, and last Wednesday I checked into the beacon net, so I'll probably do that again this week. So, of course, I have nothing going on because my wife's down there because she didn't come up with me. She'll be up on the weekend, but she didn't come up with me because she watches an elderly lady Monday through Friday and goes over there in the mornings to help get her up and showered and breakfast and give her meds to her and so forth. So, anyway, we'll turn back over to you. We're on Echolink and WD8MIU, Lutz, Florida. Back to you, Dustin. Hi, Nick.
All right there, Wade. Well, I hope it cools off a little bit so you can string up your antenna and place some HF there. I'm going to be planning to do some camping in a month or so, and when I do, I'm going to take an antenna. So, actually, a G5 RV. So, maybe me and you can try to catch each other there and have an HFQ so while I'm out camping. That would be kind of fun there. So, we'll stay 73 for now. Have a great afternoon, and we'll catch you down the log probably for the beacon net tonight, hopefully. Now we're going to go down here back to Oklahoma, and I'm contractually obligated to talk to this next one. KI5DAY all day long. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY. Sorry, that wasn't me. That was somebody else jumping in there trying to be heard, I guess, but hopefully they can be patient and wait. All is good, man. I just thought I would check in here while I was at home. The mail lady ran. It sounds funny to say the mail lady. It's not like that. It's not like it sounds. It's the lady who delivers the mail. She brought my mail. So, yeah. Anyways, I got a watch battery and a Jeff Gordon car. I'm a big fan of Jeff Gordon, and I don't have all his die-cast models. There was one in particular I found on eBay that I liked, so I got it. I'm just sitting here killing time and waiting for the time to head out here shortly to go to the Big W, unfortunately. And not much else is going on, man. I'm being lazy. Just got a fresh cup of coffee just in case Charles, KA5OUG, is listening. And I don't know, hopefully I'll have a chance to say hey to you guys on the Beacon Net tonight. We'll see how it goes. I never know. It works like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. KI5DAY, Larry says hi, by the way. Back to you.
All right there, Alan. Well, great to hear you, and we'll say hello to our good friend Larry, and I hope you showed him that video I sent you, and that's what happens if Larry misbehaves. Hi. We'll say 73 to you. Have a great day, and I hope to hear you again this evening if you're not crawling around in the belly of an airplane somewhere. All right, let's go on over to Mr. Ray now, K5CFY. Take it away.
Yeah, DP
in the net. This is K5CFY. Good afternoon there, Mr. Dustin. Good to hear you in there. Wave a hand there at the man on the keyboard there. Just Nick and all the other great people up there from the Silver Creek Amateur Radio Association. Good to hear everybody in there. And anyway, I don't have I got the afternoon off, yeah, except I guess logging for Miss Nancy, which I definitely enjoy doing. So anyway, I'll give it back to you there, Dustin. Appreciate all you guys coming down here and doing the first hour. And we'll say 73, and we'll look forward to hearing you on the Beacon Net. Catch you later, K5CFY.
Well, Ray, it's great to hear you out there as always, and enjoy your hour off there. I suppose you're still logging, so you're not totally off, but at least you get to just be the person behind the curtain there. So great to hear you. Give old Fred a scratch on the ears for us, and we'll look forward to catching you again there later on. All right, Ray, at the bottom of the list, this is KD8PC with the Boredom Breaker Net, and I'm looking for some check-ins. Please call now.
Yeah, Dr. Raymond, Jerry, Ed, Danny, John Bow.
Alpha Hotel India, Mike.
All right, there was several there. I didn't get either full call signs. I did get Danny W5DLJ. Before that, there was a Kilo Charlie 8 station. I'm going to come back for you, and then I had another station there. All I got was Alpha Hotel India. I'll be right back for you, but first, that Kilo Charlie 8 station you got doubled with. Would you come back with your call, please?
W8WKY.
All right, one more call there for that Kilo Charlie 8 station. Come back with your call again, please.
Okay, it's Kilo Charlie 8, Victor, Whiskey, Mike.
Perfect, we got you that time. Kilo Charlie 8, Victor, Whiskey, Mike. Good afternoon, Charles. You're up. Take it away.
Hey, well, thank you very much. Just want to say hello to everyone on the net. It's Kilo Charlie 8, Victor, Whiskey, Mike, formerly of Columbus, Ohio, now in Catoosa, Oklahoma. Very hot day out here today. It's almost 100 degrees where I'm at. I'm standing outside in a General Electric wind tower yard with my hard hat on beside my pickup truck. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to the swimming pool later on this evening. But, yeah, it's a very hot day. And looks like we're not going to have any break here for a little while in the temperatures. But I'm going to definitely stay hydrated for the remainder of the day. But again, I just want to say hello to everyone, and you're all sounding great and enjoying the net very much, and thank you very much for doing this every day. This is Kilo Charlie 8, Victor, Whiskey Mike in Catoosa, Oklahoma.
All right there. Well, as an Ohioan here, we'll wave a hand at a former Ohioan there. Good to hear you out there, and try to stay cool and stay hydrated. I know how hot it's been. Everybody's been telling us to hold net there. So 73, have a great day, and we'll catch you there down in the log. And that's going to bring me over to Danny now. W5 at DLJ. Good afternoon, Danny. Take it away.
Good afternoon. It's a wet day over here. We had a good rain. Been a while. It's supposed to get 96 degrees tomorrow. Ain't looking
73, take care, God bless, doing a fine job. W5DLJ back net control, thank you.
All right there, Danny. Well, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy that rain and try to stay cool if you can. We'll say 73 to you for now, and make sure you tell Michael we said hello and tell him to stop in and join us one of these days there. All right, next on the list here is KF8AHI. Looks like Michael. Take it away.
KF8AHI. Just wanted, I was checking in as an in and out, but hope everybody's having a great day, and 73.
All right, 73 to you, and have yourself a great afternoon, my friend. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker. Now, I got a few minutes and plenty of empty lines to fill, so the station's ready to check in. Please call now.
Alpha Victor Foxtrot, K5 AVS.
I'll take them one at a time. K5 AVF, Alex, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Dustin. Good afternoon to the net. KD8EPC, K5 AVF, Alex here, 10 miles south of Tulsa in Glenpool. Doing okay today. It's a little warm. We've got 97 degrees on my speedometer. 57% humidity and a 4-mile-an-hour wind out of the south. Gusting to 7, so 4 to 7. Anyway, Dustin doing okay today, not doing much, just kind of taking an easy day. Got up and did the early nets this morning, and of course that's always the case if it's not storming or something here. And anyway, it was a nice morning of talking with the Arkansas folks, and of course the Before Breakfast Club early. That was a pretty good net as well. A lot of noise. There was a storm up east of you guys, I think, that was causing a bunch of activity. Anyway, I got out and flew the drone for the first time today, so that was a lot of fun. I learned that the batteries only last about 6 or 7 minutes. I've got 3 batteries, so I had a pretty good time with the flights, and the drone held good. I was just trying to learn to keep it, what do you call that, hovering in one position. That was my objective for today, and I got that one kind of figured out, got it all tuned up and calibrated so it would stay in one spot if I left it there without any controls, and that's what I wanted to get. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. You might try it. I think I gave $27 to this drone, so it's not much of one, but it's a start and a lot of fun. That's all I've got. Have a great day. KD8EPC, K5 AVS. Back to you.
All right there, Alex. Well, great to hear you out there. I'm glad you had fun with the drone. And yeah, most of them, the batteries don't last all that long, so you got to be careful how far you drive them away. But most of them have that home function. When they get low enough, they'll fly back and land wherever they started. So there you go. We'll say 73 to you, Alex. Have a great afternoon, and we'll catch you again down the log real soon. And Alex, at the bottom of the list, I've still got several minutes and plenty of empty lines to fill, so station's waiting to check into the Boredom Breaker net. Please call now. All right, we don't like awkward pauses. Let's go talk to the man behind the curtain himself, KD8SLG. Just Nick, what do you got for me?
KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Good afternoon, Dustin, and all of the Boredom Breaker netizens. Figured I'd take this opportunity to extend an invitation to the Beacon Net tonight. Some people have talked about it throughout the net today. But, yeah, 10 o'clock tonight. That's 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-ins start a half hour earlier than that, and that'll be me. Allstar node 48496, Echolink W8WKY-R, and if you can get here, you can get there because we are linked up with the Boredom Breaker Hub for the Beacon Net. So look forward to hearing some of you there tonight. I'll be there, and I know you will be too, Dustin. This is KD8SLG. Back to net control.
Oh, man. You must not have read the schedule. You're the judge, the jury, and the executioner tonight, Nick. Hi. No, I'm joking. I'll be there. We'll have a good time, and we'll have some good trivia questions with Josh and Lucy there, too, so can't go wrong. Thanks again for doing everything behind the curtains there, and the pre-show, and everything you do, and you are our vice president, so there you go. We'll say 73 to you, Nick. We're at the bottom of the list. We've still got some time, and I've got empty lines to fill. This is KD8 EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. Looking for check-ins. Please call now. Man, we got a tough crowd there today. Nobody wants to check in. I see how it is. Well, it's almost the top of the hour, and I'm not going to keep asking for check-ins, so I think I'm just going to send it away now and ask Miss Nancy KI5OZZ, are you ready to take the helm?
I sure am, Dustin. Good to hear you in there, and awesome job on the first hour, and I'll let you have it back for your accolades, KI5OZZ.
All right there, Miss Nancy. Well, thanks for taking the second hour, and thanks for everybody that checked in with the first hour for us. We couldn't do this net without all our wonderful check-ins, and for as slow as we started, 37 is not a bad number there. So with that, this is KD8 EPC. I'm going to be clear and say 73, and turning net control over to KI5OZZ. Have a great net, Miss Nancy.
W8WKY.
Thanks again, Dustin, and thanks to KD8SLG, the man behind the curtain as well. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second hour of today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. This is KI5OZZ, Kilo India 5, Oscar Zulu Zulu, otherwise known as the Oz, but the handle is Nancy, November Alpha, November Charlie Yankee, and I am taking check-ins for today's Boredom Breaker Net. Please come forth with your call, both phonetically and alphabetically, if you please. Let's find out who's going to be number 42, which is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Come on in with your call. I'm listening.
Check. Good afternoon, Miss Nancy. Whiskey Alpha 8 Kilo Oscar Charlie with a recheck.
Hello, Nancy. This is Wade, WT8MIU. I'm not calling you old, but it's like old times hearing you in here doing the net. Brings back good memories. Anyway, back over to you, WT8MIU on Echolink.
YWS, Kilo India 5, Yankee Whiskey Foxtrot.
8, American Motors, experimental.
Well, I'll definitely take them a few at a time. The first call, I didn't quite get you. It said recheck. If you could come back in here with your call, that would be great. I didn't quite recognize the voice.
Come on, Nancy. Get off that yellow brick road. This is Gil. Kilo Delta 5, Echo November uniform. KD5E and you.
Got you, Gil, and I also got Fred, WA8KOC. I got Wade on the Echolink, WD8MIU, and Dawn, KI5YWF. Let me see. Fred, first of all, are you mobile?
Yes, Miss Nancy, I'm mobile on Echolink. I'm sorry that I didn't identify as such.
No worries, Fred. That is a reminder to me because we're all amateurs here. Hi. To if you're calling into the net, please do indicate that you are mobile, and we will give preference and throw you to the top of the list. But with that said, the question of the day, ladies and germs, is what is your favorite smell? Fred, W-A-A-K-O-C in the mobile. Come on in.
Hi, Ants. Thank you very much for taking my check-in. Sincerely appreciate it. I checked in with Dustin the first hour, and from now on I'll remind myself to go ahead and identify as mobile and Echolink when I am such. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. And I know it must be hot out there in the Plains states. Ohio here is not all that bad, but I think we're probably going to end up 85 degrees or something this afternoon. So that comes around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. And my answer, if I were classy, I would say lavender. But since I'm not, I'm a hunter, trapper, predator, caller, I will say my captain. I think you can probably guess what that is. Have yourself a great net, rest of the net, Nancy, and look forward to talking to you soon. Have a wonderful Wednesday. KI5OZZ and the Boredom Breaker Net 73, everybody. WA8KOC.
Well, Fred, I have danced with the captain myself here and there, so I can't fault you for that, but you make sure and mobile safe out there. And, as always, anyone and everyone drink responsibly. We'll let Fred mobile on down the road and close with WA8KOC and come back up to the top of the list, but before I do, we had a straggler come in that I did not hear at all, K8AMX. Dick, I got you on the end of the list there. Let's go up and talk to Gil at the top of the list. KD5ENU, what is your favorite smell?
Okay. Again, my hearing. What is my favorite what?
What is your favorite smell, odor, or scent?
That I got. That's one I thought you said, but I wasn't for sure. I think my favorite smell is fresh cut lawn grass that has one sweet watermelon smell.
You know, that is a favorite on my list as well. Unfortunately, someone that I'm pretty close to is allergic to grass. And usually when her and I are bebopping down the road, her sneezes will let me know if the tractors are mowing on the side of the road before I even see them, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Last time Denise and I was out running around, actually last time I went to Muskogee and back, they were on the side of the roads cutting the grass, and oh, was that nice. Reminded me as when I was a child. And of course, when I was a child, I didn't have power motors. They had push mowers, the ones that you pushed and cut grass. It didn't have a motor on it. So anyway, I'll get out of here and turn it back over to you. Sounds like you got a good net going. So see you next time you're on. KV5ENU, back to net control in 7-3.
And 7-3 to you as well, Gil, and thanks so much for being a part of the Boredom Breaker Net today and every day as you normally are. Fresh cut grass, you know, the sense of smell does evoke memories, according to scientific study. And sometimes, more often than not, it's pleasant memories. My particular favorite that evokes childhood memories is the sweet potatoes and the green beans and the turkey cooking at Grandma's house. Nothing beats that, in my book anyway. Anyway, good to hear you, Gil. 7-3 at you. We'll clear with KD5 ENU and come on down to Wade, WD8MIU. What is your favorite smell?
Well, I've been kicking around a lot of them in my head since you asked the question. And that's quite a few, actually, but pine is one of them. I always like the smell of pine. They actually have that in a can. You can spray around the house at Christmas time. But fresh cut pine is a pretty cool smell. But at any rate, I'll let that be at that point. Golly, trying to think. Put Alan in there too. I got on the AIM screen for the first time in months. You hadn't had Netlogger up forever. Well, you can only do it on Windows, and my Windows laptop is about ready to be thrown out because software is all really old. But I hardly use this computer. I only keep it because of Netflix or Netlogger. But the other computer I got is a tablet or not tablet, but a laptop that's called Google loaded. So, once you get used to all the Google programs like spreadsheets and all that kind of stuff, it's as good as the Windows version of software. So, it just depends what you like, but just haven't parted with the computer yet. Like I said, it's the first day I've turned this thing on even for quite a while. But I thought I'd see what's going on in the blue screen there. So Grant just said hi to me. Hi, Grant. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to you, and you have a good day and a good net, and we'll recheck, obviously, and we'll check in with you later. WD8MIU, Lutz, Florida at this moment.
Oh, thank you, Wade. And yes, pine, fresh cut pine is a very good smell, either if it's the needles or the wood, either or. But you know what? I have to say, wood being cut at a sawmill smells wonderful as well. 73 to you. Have a great rest of your day and stay on the cool side of the door down there in Florida. There, Wade. We'll clear with WD8MIU. And come on down to number 42, which is the answer to life, the universe, and everything, with, I believe, someone I haven't talked to before, KI5YWF. Dawn, welcome to the net this afternoon. What is your favorite smell?
This is KI5YWF, and no, ma'am, I do not believe I've talked to you before. I've checked in here before, but not with you. So I'm a new one on your list. Anywho, I've got a couple to do with where. Oh, let me turn that off. Sorry about that. The phone decided it needed to chime in there. Anywho, I'm in the woods, in the deep, dark woods, with all the wild trees and wildflowers and wild. That plasma just cold. It's just, you mix all that stuff up and where you're at, and it's peaceful and quiet. You just hear an animal and you have that smell. And if you've ever been out there in that type of woods, you'll know what I'm talking about. Then you bring it back home, and in the morning, a cup of coffee with a pinch of cinnamon in it in the morning. Boy, it's just nothing better than that smell right there. But anywho, I'm going to go see what all these telephones blowing up about, so thank you for taking my call. This is KI5YWF, and I'll call 73, and thank you again for taking my call. KI5YWF, thank you.
Well, thank you, Don. You gave us a couple of good ones there. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and we'll bid 73 to you. And yes, I know the deep in the woods smell. And I'll even go one over on you and say that the deep in the woods right after it rains, when the water's still dripping from all the leaves, ain't nothing beats that, I tell you. And that's before all the mold and whatnot starts up, because there's a smell to that too. But yeah, that fresh, clean, right after it rains, deep in the woods, and everything is still dripping off the trees smell. Boy, does that smell good. All right, we will clear with KI5YWF 73 to you there, Don, and come on down to my buddy Dick, K8AMX, being the tail gunner for this set. Good afternoon, Dick. What is your favorite smell?
Oh, good afternoon, Nancy. And in the military, go surveying for missiles, and we would good old single malt scotch. So there you go. And nice hearing you, Nancy. And I'm still waiting for you to make a trip back up here and see us. So anyway, we're getting all healed up for that, and I got visiting nurse gave me a good report today, and said I should at least live through the weekend. So man, I'm ready to rock and roll. So back to net. This is Kilowatt 8, American Motors, experimental, living the dream in Firestone Park.
Well, Dick, I have not smelled that many single malt scotches, but I have smelled my fair share of different types of alcohol. So if it is similar to other bourbons or whiskeys in that kind of way, I could see how you can appreciate that. Also, just wanted to draw your attention to it, Dick. The first part of your transmission was really broken up, so something happened in the middle of it, right when you said single malt scotch, and it just cleared right up and stopped being all broken. So I don't know if you did something different, but try to pay attention if you did, and make it happen again. 73 to you, Dick, and we will talk to you again either on the Boredom Breaker net or on the Barometer net in the morning or some such nonsense like that. We'll clear with K8AMX, and this is KI5OZZ, the Oz, on the N5XQK. Boy, I'm having a bad day today. Boredom Breaker net, good grief. It's all trying to come out faster than my mouth can put it out there. Waiting for your call. Please come alphabetically and phonetically, if you would please, for the next set of check-ins. I'm listening.
Is this any better now, Nancy?
Kilo Golf 5, November Juliet Alpha, KG5, NJA, Scott and Beeville.
Yeah, TAQ, mobile.
Kilo Delta 5, Alpha Foxtrot Sierra, KD5AFS.
KI5OZ,
ZZ, this is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG, Nick in Orville, Ohio.
Is this any better?
Try that again. I think I double with Nick. This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, Greg in Broken Arrow.
Well, I got to that time, Greg. You'll be the tail gunner for the set this time. So AI5HV at the very end there. First up, I've got Scott, KG5NJA, long time no talk to. Taco Tim in the mobile, KI5TAQ. Grant, KD5AFS. And my buddy Nick, KD8SLG. Let's get the mobile going first. KI5TAQ, good afternoon. Welcome to the net this afternoon. What is your favorite scent, odor, or smell?
Well, now you've done asked a very good question. Could be a tough one. If it's soda, it'd be like, I'm staying away from soda pop most of the time. But it's always the Mountain Dews, be it their variety of tastes. From regular to whatever. And right now it's about 95 degrees out here in the car, according to its thermometer. Looks like not a cloud in the sky for all I can see. But speaking of drinks, drink lots of water, lots of Gatorade. Lots of stuff that has electrolytes in it, and you'll be safe and staying hydrated, because that's what I'm going to do, and also stay on the cool side of the door. So I'll say 7-3 to you next, Nancy, and let you get on down the list. This is KI5TAQ.
You make sure and mobile safe on your way out to the salt mine there. We appreciate you checking in with the Boredom Breaker today, and a big fat 73 to you, and make sure and say hey to Miss Becca for us. We'll clear with KI5TAQ, and we're going to go up and talk with KG5NJA Scott out of Bartlesville. It's been a minute since I've talked to you, Scott. I bet you thought I forgot that you are our favorite goon babbler. Welcome to the net. Come on in.
Thank you, Nancy, for taking my call. I forgot all about the goon babbler. It's been so long since I've been on here. I don't remember what the question was. Something about smell or something. Can you repeat that? This is KG5NJA. Did I break the net?
No, but I think something might have, I might have doubled on top of an ID and I got lost in the shuffle. But the question of the day is, what is your favorite smell, odor, or scent?
Wow, that's a lot to toss around in my pea head. I'm going to go with smell, and because it does bring back lots of memories. And I'm going to say it's the smell of diesel exhaust. I don't like it on my hands, of course, but the smell of it after it's burnt, it brings back loads of memories from my career in the military. Most of them are fun. Once in a while, a bad one will slip in there, but that and the sound of the jets that fly over military planes, because they're a lot louder than the civilian aircraft. I like hearing those because to me that's the sound of freedom. And I guess that's about all I have, Nancy. It's good to hear you. Are you still driving trucks? Over.
Actually, Scott, no, I am not. I am staying home to be help with the household, and a very good friend of mine. So I'm not in the truck anymore, but I know what you're talking about with the diesel exhaust, and there's a slight difference between the smell of diesel exhaust and a diesel mechanic, which my dad was. I worked on tractors, you know, the farming kind, and excavators and bulldozers and whatnot. But, yeah, there's a combination of smells that a mechanic gathers throughout the day, and the smell of my dad is the smell of diesel mechanics, so I get you on that.
Yeah, well, it's good at your home base, and taking care of business, and maybe I'll get on here more. I need to get on here more often, and maybe I'll hear you more. I'd like to say, wave a hand at Nick, 88 SLG, DG, it's been so long. Anyway, Nick, you know what I'm talking about, you. Hey there. And I'm going to say 73s to everyone. This is KG5NJA, back to net control.
Well, thank you, Scott. Great to hear from you. And the next time I head up towards Bartlesville, I'll have to rattle your chain and see if we can't have a cup of coffee or some such nonsense. We'll clear with KG5NJA and come on down to Grant, KD5AFS. Hoping you staying on the cool side of the door. What is your favorite scent, smell, or odor?
KI5OZT in the net, KD5AFS. Good afternoon, Nancy, and I'll say howdy, Mr. Ray on the keyboard. I think he's logging now. And anyhow, let's see, the question. That would be the smell of hickory smoke coming out of the smoker with mixed with a little, maybe with a little ribs or brisket smoke, something like that. Probably my second best would be the smell of fresh rain. I'll get some more rain, but other than that, Nancy, I ended up getting 8 racks of ribs last week for the $1.98 pound price, but Research had that restricted. You could only get 2 racks per day. I tried to hit 2 stores. I hit Research North, went to Research South, tried to get 2 more, and wouldn't give me the sale price. So I kind of figured out, it's 2 per day because they gave me 2 the next day. And I think I ended up with 8. I had 3, so I got 11 now. Next thing is to watch for briskets on sale because I only have 1. Really don't have room for about 3 of them, so I'll be looking for 2 more. Other than that, Nancy, that is all that's going on here. I am on the cool side of the door. Probably going to stay here most of the rest of the afternoon. Thanks for running the net, Nancy, and picking me up, and I will send it back to you. KD5AFS.
Well, thank you, Grant, for being such a big part of the Boredom Breaker net and for your jaw-jacking ability as well. And I kind of agree with you on the smoker. I do love the smell of hickory smoke, but I got to cut it with something if I consume it myself. It's got to be more pecan with a trace of hickory in it because hickory doesn't do too well on my belly. I've tried a couple of things that have been strictly hickory smoked, and my belly it just gets tied up in knots. It don't like it. Tastes good going down, though, I'll tell you that. Good to hear you, Grant. You have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and 73 at you. We'll clear with KD5 AFS. Come on down to my buddy Nick, 88 SLG. Welcome. What is your favorite scent or smell?
KI KI5OZZ, this is KD8SLG. Returning. Good afternoon, Oz. Good to hear you. Great to hear Scott there. Ninja. Haven't talked to Scott in a minute, and used to talk to Scott all the time. Let's take care of the question of the day here. I'm going to go with that new car smell, the actual new car smell. You guys have all gone nature on me. I'm going chemical, but man, I do love that smell. And a close runner-up is fresh-baked cookies or brownies, or bread, something baked. Fine business, Nancy. We'll talk to you later on. Hopefully we'll hear you tonight on the BeaconNet. Might as well throw that out while I'm on here. 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-in start a half hour beforehand. Allstar node 48496. Echolink W8WKY-R. And if you can get here, you can get there. We are linked up with the Boredom Breaker Hub. This is KD8SLG. Back to net control. Thanks, Nancy.
And thank you, Nick, for not only being a participant today, but for all you do for ham radio for those in Ohio and otherwise, and for your special ability at jaw jacking. And you know what? Okay, new car smell may be chemical. Okay, well, and this is chemical also, I guess, if you want to get real technical about it. But the smell of leather is part of the new car smell if you get leather seats. And you kind of have to use chemicals to make leather, but leather is its own smell for sure. But, yeah, that's another really good one. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you. We'll clear with KD8SLG 73 to you. And come on down to Greg, AI5HV. What is your favorite scent or smell?
Well, good afternoon, Miss Nancy, and everyone else on the Boredom Breaker Net. This is Greg, Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor. And favorite smell, so one that everyone can relate to is cooking bacon. But another smell that I really like is it's an Idaho balsam fir, and some people refer to it as grand fir. There's something about that smell that is it's just absolutely amazing.
You know, from the leaves or the needles of any particular tree down to the cutting of the wood once it's down, I don't know if there's a bad smell about trees, to be perfectly honest.
Well, the smell that I really like about that one is we've got some essential oil, and it comes there from, of course, from Idaho, and it is just absolutely amazing. There's something very calm, very soothing, very pleasing to the aroma, and I just really like it. So, hope you're doing well, Nancy.
Yes, sir. I'm on the cool side of the door at the moment, but I do have things to do later on outside. So the Boredom Breaker is taking up my time at the moment, which it is a wonderful thing to do, to be able to talk to people and pry them out of the woodwork, as it were, and listen to the stories they have to tell.
Well, if you go outside, please be careful. Stay hydrated. Try and stay in the shade. My weather station's saying 97 actual temperature, heat index of 111. So please keep an eye out there. And I did want to remind everybody that there is a ham fest going on in Huntsville, Alabama this weekend. Starts Saturday at like 9 a.m. and goes till Sunday at 3 p.m. And then next Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock, the Tulsa Amateur Radio Club is going to have their ice cream social out at Chandler Park.
Well, I remember going to one of the ice cream socials for the radio club a few years back, and got to meet some people, and that kicked off something that has been nothing but good for me. So, can't say anything bad about ice cream, actually, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, ice cream's pretty wonderful, especially this time of year. There, I'd have to say my favorite is probably peach. But one other thing I did want to let everybody know is that those of you that use DMR radio, the Brandmeister server 3102 is having difficulties right now, and so you need to use one of the other two servers, 3103 or 3104, for Brandmeister there. So just thought I'd let you know, provide you with that information as well. Nancy, I'm sure you got more people to get to, but I did want to say hi and check in on your hour of the net. Hope you have a wonderful and blessed rest of your week, and blessings to everybody out there on the net. This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Well, thank you, Greg. Make sure and say hey to Miss Judy for us, and thank you again for the announcement about the Brandmeister Hub for the DMR. I know some of our folks come in DMR, and there's a lot of folks mess around with DMR also that happen to listen on RF or otherwise. So with that, have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday there, Greg. We'll clear with AI5HV 73 to you. And this is KI5OZZ, the Oz, on the N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. If you are waiting to check in, now is the time to do so. Please come forth with your call phonetically and alphabetically. I'll be listening.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu India November, KE8, ZIN, Joe in Willowick, Ohio.
This is Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar, EV8MO.
This is Kilo Charlie 5, Foxtrot Mike, KC5FM, coming to you live, over.
November Juliet, 7 Yankee.
Kilo 8, X-Ray Zulu, KK8, XZ, name is Dave.
All right, I'll go ahead and pick it up there, and I'm going to read off who I've got. I know there was one with a partial call that I got that I'll need to have clarified, and I'll ask if I missed anyone else. KE8ZIN, got you in there, Joe. Lloyd, I got you. KC5FM. Andy, AB8MO, I got you. Real quick, are you mobile?
Roger, Dodger, I am. I just got in the car, EBMO.
All right, Andy, let me clear the rest of these up, and you'll be at the top of the list. I got a Juliet 7Y, and it broke up the front end of your call, I believe. If you could come back with your full call, please.
This is November Juliet 7 Yankee. November Juliet 7 Yankee NJ 7Y in Alachua, Florida. My name is Juliet India Mike Jim. Juliet India Mike, over.
Gotcha, Jim. November Juliet 7 Yankee. Got you on the list, and I got Dave. I believe that was Kilo 8 X-Ray Zulu.
Yes, that's correct.
Was there anyone else I missed for that set?
Kilo Zulu 8, Tango Golf, mobile, Tim.
I got you in there, Tim. I'm going to call up Andy, my first mobile, and then I'll let you take the con. Andy, 8B8MO, how's it going this afternoon? What is your favorite smell or scent?
KI5OZZ, the Oz AB at Mobile, Middlefield, Ohio. Yeah, when I first checked in, I was on Echolink, but I was walking to my car, and then when you asked when I was mobile, well, I wasn't going to lie, because I just pulled out of the parking space, so. Anyway, on my way, I got to go stop at the post office and finally cash my paycheck because the bank was closed on Friday because there was no power. But I'm pretty sure most of the power's been restored by now. So, well, I could give you the smart aleck answer and say the smell was someone passing gas, but everyone's favorite smell, right? But honestly, probably Nick was thinking. I've been listening the whole time. And Nick, SLG kind of rang a bell with me. Probably the smell of fresh bakery, whatever it would be. That's probably one of my favorite smells. At least that's one of my top smells. So there you go. It's a little not too muggy. It definitely was yesterday. So I hear the rain's supposed to come in over the weekend. That we have an indoor space for our Hamfest that's on August 18th. Last year we were doing a tailgate, and this year we've got indoor and outdoor space. And with the weather forecast the way it is, I guess we better get indoor space. We'll see. The forecast might change for Sunday. Thanks for picking me up, Nancy. I'll throw it back to you. This is ABHMO.
W8W.
Great to hear you in there, Andy. You make sure and mobile safe to wherever you're going. And yes, I agree. The fresh baked goods of any kind, sweet or savory, is definitely on the top of the list. 73 to you. We'll clear with AB8MO and come down to our other mobile, Tim, KZ8TG. Welcome to the net this afternoon. What is your favorite scent or smell?
Good afternoon, Nancy. Thanks for picking me up. I don't have like a single favorite scent or smell, but I like anything that's natural. So cinnamon, vanilla, natural like flowers, anything like that. Yeah, it's kind of a funny story. My wife and I started dating about 19 years ago, and this question came up, and I was, because there's all these things, these colognes and perfumes and stuff out on the market. I was like, yeah, I just, I don't need you to smell like Celine Dion or whatever, some billion-dollar superstars. I just want you to smell good. Just smell like something natural, citrus, cinnamon, leather, although that may not be 100% natural, but yeah, so that's my story. And then probably less than 10 years ago, my sister-in-law, I think now ex-sister-in-law, she used to sell these scenty things, or like a candle. They have wax, they heat up, and they had all these smells, and she's like, hey, brother-in-law, can you help me? Like, I need to sell some of these things. And I was like, what kind of smells you got? And so she's like, well, I don't know. So I was looking through the catalog, and so I bought some, but I bought like grass and dirt and titanium. And just weird stuff like that. But yeah, just anything natural, kind of things that occur in nature. Anyway, thanks for picking me up, even though I came real close to timing it out. I would have checked in earlier, but I was out of my campsite. I got a new antenna, a Comet GP15, and so they got these military masts that are like 4 feet long. And I put 7 of them together, aluminum ones, and I was trying to, I got one of these drive-over bases. I think mine's the MFJ. So you put it on the the ground, and you put about a foot in front of your car tire, and then you pull it forward, and it's not as strong as it sounds like it is, but yeah, I was holding 30-some feet of aluminum mast, and I think we come to terms with each other. So that'll be tomorrow at the earliest. I got a new 6-meter antenna. It's a vertical. Anyway, we're trying to be long-winded. Thanks again, Nancy. KZ8TG Mobile 73.
Oh, thank you, Tim, and best wishes with your antenna woes out at the campsite there, and make sure to mobile safely to wherever you're mobiling off to. And thanks for the answer. Definitely like natural smells myself, and we'll hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. We'll clear with KZ8 TG. And let's see, go back up to the top of the list, and Snaddle Joe, KE8ZIN. Welcome to the net.
Oh, good afternoon, Nancy and everybody else on the net. I'm going to make this quick because I got to get into work here. So, it's kind of going to sound funny, but it's kind of a mix of a smell between ice cream sandwiches and fresh blacktop. Let me pause for a second and I'll explain. When I was a kid, my parents had our driveway blacktopped, like asphalted, and I remember sitting in the yard watching them do this, eating ice cream sandwiches, and now, 40-some years later, I still correlate the smell of ice cream sandwiches and asphalt. I don't know why. It's just kind of one of those things that just kind of hits me, and it takes me back to my childhood. So I hope everybody has a good day. I got to get in. KE8ZIN, clear.
Well, Joe, the sense of smell is very tightly related to our memory recall. So that's all I get to offer you on why you were able to correlate those two, or you smell one and think of the other at the same time. You make sure to have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll clear with Joe, KE8ZIN, and come on down to Lloyd. It's been a minute since I've spoken to you as well. KC5FM. What is your favorite smell?
And this is KC5FM coming to you live from Kelly County, Kansas on the Check Hotline. My favorite smell is cinnamon apple pie. Cinnamon apple pie, or just apple pie in general. We have candles that smell that smell for us, so cinnamon apple pie. 98 degrees, we've talked about the heat index, 98, we're headed for 99, and we have a heat advisory. And down in Tulsa and around, there's a heat warning, so stay on the cool side of the door. And Nancy, you said that you had some stuff to do, so if I were you, I would postpone the outdoor stuff to do until like October, and you'll be safe to come out of the house then. Heat all the way down to the Gulf. Florida, wildfires in the Pacific Northwest, and Hurricane Ernesto is headed for Bermuda. Bermuda, if you talk to anybody, tell them the VOIP WeatherNet, VOIPWX.net will be likely activating for them. So if they have reports for Skyward reports, then that's the place to go live. Appreciate you calling that, Nancy. Don't forget, postpone your outdoor work. October could be satisfactory. This is KC5FM. Over.
Hear from you, Lloyd. And yes, I meant to say something when somebody else said something about it earlier. I try to be a fart smeller, pardon the pun, with the topic of the day. about being outside in the heat, and if I absolutely have to be outside in the heat of the day, we do have plenty of shade, and I make sure to take hydration with me and only spend a few minutes outside at a time before I spritz off with the hose or escape back into the air conditioning. But typically, I wait until the sun is past the danger zone, if you get my drift, and wait until it tries to cool off a little bit. But, when it rains in this part of the country at this time of the year, it just turns into a sauna outside. It really does, and it makes it that much more dangerous with the kicking up the humidity. So definitely be taking it on the safe side if y'all have to be out in it. I definitely will myself. Great to hear from you, Lloyd. We'll clear with KC5FM and come on down to Jim, NJ7Y. Welcome to the net this afternoon. What is your favorite scent or smell?
This is NJ7Y. Thank you for picking me up, Net Control. Well, I'm an old guy. I'm 82, and I grew up before AC was very common. In Trussville, Alabama, about 10 miles north of Birmingham. And I have fond memories of summer evenings when the attic fan would pull in the outside air. I could hear the crickets chirping and enjoy the smell, the scent of honeysuckle coming into my bedroom. And that's remained a favorite for me, Net. Over.
W8W.
Oh, I can well imagine. I did have a house that had an attic fan that we were able to, open the windows and suck the hot air out of. But we didn't have any honeysuckle growing nearby, so lucky you.
Well, I did feel fortunate, and around my house, my wife has lots of honeysuckle and jasmine, and I still enjoy that, Net. So it's about 95 degrees here in Alachua, Florida, a hot day, fluffy white clouds, and I'm staying in cool by the radio. This is NJ7Y, over.
Great to hear you in there, Jim, and glad you were being cool on the stool down there in the hot Florida weather. 73 to you. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Hope to pick you up again someday in the future. We'll clear with N7Y and come on down to Dave, KK8ZX. Good afternoon, and what is your favorite scent or smell?
Good afternoon. This is KK8XZ. My favorite smell, well, I have to say I have a couple of them. One of them is turkey roasting on Thanksgiving Day. And the other one is when I'm walking down a grocery aisle in the coffee section that still has a coffee grinder. I love that smell of fresh ground coffee. So here today, very comfortable. It kind of jumps back and forth between 80 and 81. Got just a light breeze out there, which makes it very nice. Got some big puffy clouds that comes over and hides the sun for a little bit, and just enjoyable for being outside. I just got home a little bit ago and had to do some errands and running around. It was all the way over in Canal Fulton this morning and then zipped over to DX Engineering. So I listened to you mobile all the way home and got my home base turned on here just in time. I heard you taking more check-ins. So that's all I have. I'll turn it back to you, Control. Say 73s to everybody on the net. Have a great afternoon. This is KK8XZ and 73s.
Oh, thank you, Dave, and sorry for butchering your call. The smell of coffee is most definitely high on the list for me as well. And yeah, I like to say, be safe with your travels and everything. I didn't know if you called in mobile or you were just listening. So Reminder, folks, if you are mobile, just pipe up and say so, and I'll make sure to throw you up at the top of the call, or, well, probably in your case, you wanted to hurry up and get home before you got called up. So in either case, have a wonderful Wednesday, Dave. Great to talk to you. KK8ZX will clear with, and I got a couple of additions to the list here. I've got KD8EPC Dustin and KD2HCE Chris. Dustin, come on in. Welcome to the net. What is your favorite smell or scent?
KI5OZZ at the Boredom Breaker Net. This is KD8EPC. Well, boy, Miss Nancy, I've got to say, it's probably fresh cut hay, but it also might be, the smell of the gravel road when it's nice and dusty there is kind of interesting too. So, but fresh cut hay is probably my favorite smell there. Otherwise, not a lot to report. I just wanted to come in and give you a number for your hour there and just say hello because it's so great to hear you. With that, this is KD8EPC. I'm turning it back over to Net Control. Have a great rest of the net. Get lots of check-ins.
Well, Dustin, thank you for tacking on a number to the net for us today. And yes, I do love the smell of hay as well. Fresh cut, thrown in the barn, horses munching on it or what have you. Definitely a good one. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll bid you 73 for the moment, and we'll come on down to Chris, KD2HCE. I don't remember if I've ever talked to you directly. I know we've been on the Beacon Net and whatever it was called beforehand at the same time, but I don't remember if I've talked to you directly. Welcome to the net this morning. Good grief. Till I'm blonding out. Good gravy. KD2HCE, take it away.
KI5OZZ, KD2HCE. No, I don't think we've ever spoken directly. Usually been in and out because I'm actually on the board of directors of another club, so it's really busy keeping up with that. So Ray knows about that. He's checked in on the other. One of the bar nets on there, so no directs on there. It's been even Nick and Dustin know it's always been luckily an in and out. Sometimes I find a few minutes to participate, but for scents and flavors, vanilla. The smell of vanilla just relaxes me. With that, I'm going up to pack, and we'll catch you soon when we get back. KD2HCE back to net 7-3.
Well, thank you, Chris. Great to hear you in there. And there's a rumor floating around that the scent of vanilla throws off mosquitoes. So I have yet to actually try this myself, but I can't think of something that smells better than spraying myself with just like a couple of drops of vanilla put in a bottle of water. Is supposed to keep the mosquitoes off you. And Lord knows, they sure like me. Them and chiggers and everything else under the sun seems to think that I'm Golden Corral, so I'm willing to try about anything at this point, and I can't think of anything better to smell like than vanilla for working outside. So I'll have to report back on that experiment. Great to hear you in there, Chris. We'll clear with KD2HCE 73 at you, and thank you for your check-in this afternoon. It's almost the top of the hour where we will have to shut down the net. So, with that, if you are a quick in and out, please make sure to say so, but this will be the last call for check-ins for today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. This is KI5OZZ, the Oz. Please come with your call, phonetically and alphabetically. I'm listening.
Kilo Charlie 3, RCWA in the mobile.
And we'll try it again. KC8, Fox Queen Victor. I think they don't care if you would go over, Nancy.
Bobby, Sand Springs.
Please
Copy Kilo Echo 8 Uniform India KE8 UIB John Mobile.
Carolina.
Alrighty, let me pick it up there. Let's see, KI5DAY, Alan, in the mobile, you kind of walked all over Mark, or he walked all over you, got you in there, KC8FQV. Also got John in the mobile. We calling you and Alan up first on this set, KE8UIB. There was a couple of calls that I missed. I want to say somebody said Bobby in Sand Springs. I did not get your call at all.
This is Kilo Juliet 5 Charlie Lima Victor KJ5 COB Bobby Sand Springs.
W8.
All right, we got you in there, Bobby, KJ5CLV, and I believe there was a station that said no WADA. That was the only thing I heard. If you could come back with your full call, please. Well, I heard somebody key down. I'll take this as a reminder to say that this net is hooked up with a whole bunch of repeaters and internet, Allstar, and hubs and so on like that. So it takes a second for it to recognize a key in. So if you could key down for me for a second or two and then start talking on that no WADA call with a real deep voice one more time for me. Well, maybe the RF just isn't being very nice to him today, so let's kick this off with the mobiles first. Alan, KI5DAY, good afternoon to you and Larry. What is your favorite scent or smell?
KI5DAY in the mobile. Yeah, I just barely made it in here, Nancy. Good to hear you. Thanks for running the net. And several people I don't mind stepping on, and Mark's one of them, the 8-less Mark. It's always good to step on him when I can as well, hi, because he gets the opportunity to do that to people too, so or Gil or whoever. I just don't discriminate who I step on. It's fun. Man, favorite smells. I've heard some good ones. Coffee, fresh coffee, asphalt. I totally get that. I totally get fresh asphalt. I could smell that all day long. I think bacon has to make the list. It has to be in the top 5 somewhere in there. Sandalwood incense is my second favorite, but the number 1 favorite is definitely just wood in a burning stove. I'm telling you, there's nothing like burning wood in a stove. That takes the cake. But anyways, thanks for letting me come in here, and it's a pleasure to step on somebody. KI5DAY, back to you.
Right on, Alan. I totally get you on that, and be careful where you step as well. Hold clear with KI5DAY. Make sure and mobile safely out there for us. 73 at you. We'll come down to Mark, KC8F. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, Mark. I'm going to get John, KE8UIB. Welcome to the net this afternoon. You're our other mobile. What is your favorite scent or smell?
KI5OZ from KA8UIB. Good afternoon, Nancy, and everybody out there on the net. My favorite smells. Well, one of them for sure is definitely fresh grounded coffee. I love coffee. I've been a coffee drinker since high school, and there's no smell that will ever be as pleasant as coffee. Well, other than maybe my wife's meatloaf. I do love that smell too. But
I love when she makes meatloaf. That's definitely my favorite dinner, that's for sure. With that, guys, I'm home here, and got a couple errands to run. I hope to enjoy the rest of my evening. My birthday, maybe get out with the wife and make it down to the river and talk for an hour. And that's at a time. 7-3.
Thank you, John. Yes, we are living that $5 dream, a nickel at a time, and there's not very many places that beat being down on or beside the river for some downtime, for sure. So you guys have fun with that if you're able to make it happen. Make sure and mobile safe out there. We'll clear with John, KE8UIB, and now we'll go back up to Mark, KC8FQV. Welcome to the show this afternoon. What's your favorite scent or smell?
All right, KC8FQV. Wouldn't know. I can't. I don't have a good smeller, but I don't know what it would be. I know one thing I don't like. Stripper. I don't like the smell of floor stripper. Oh, that stuff can make you tired. And anything that comes epoxy or resins and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't like talking about that and don't like smelling it, sort of. And I think John's lying. He likes the smell of silkscreen ink. Yeah, I had the reason I knew I was doubling or whatever was happening because I got my TV switch up so I can hear what's happening on the other side of the radio or on the other side of the transceivers that receive us and retransmitting that. So, great hearing you, Nancy. I was watching a sale, historical cars, and then U.S. Marshals got their stuff they sold. So, we'll send it back your way, the odds. KC8QV.
Well, thanks, Mark. And if you can't smell anything good, it's usually the bad smells that definitely stick out. But yeah, harsh things like epoxy and paint and those kind of chemical reaction kind of stuff is definitely a bleh for sure. We'll clear with KC8FQV 73 to you, and come on down to Bobby in Sand Springs, KJ5CLV. What is your favorite scent or smell? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is KJ5CLV. There's been some good smells, the cooking of food, the campfire, rain, stuff like that. But my two favorite ones are applewood and cherrywood flavored tobacco. Growing up as a kid, my grandfather would smoke a pipe, and that was his two favorite tobaccos that he used. So every time I smell either one of those, growing up with him, hanging out with him, doing whatever he wanted to do, whatever he did, I was right there with him. That's good memory. So that's what I think of.
Boy, it sure is. I have to agree with you there. My mother's uncle, my great uncle, was a smoker. So the summers that I was able to hang out with him for a week or so at a time out in Pahrump, Nevada, which is the speed bump on the way to Las Vegas, in case anybody didn't know, he smoked pipe, and definitely remember being around Uncle Jim. So that's a good one. Hadn't heard that one just yet.
Yeah, when he would finish smoking it, me and my brother, we would cry puffing on it, and we'd hack and spit and sputter and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, wouldn't trade those memories for anything. So, well, I'm going to get off here so you can get anybody else there. So this is KJ5CLV, back to net control.
Bobby. Thank you. Appreciate you checking in with us this afternoon, and do be sure and check in with us anytime you can when the net is on, starting at 12 Central Time. We'll clear with KJ5CLV, and that's going to be my tail gunner unless the call from Nawada comes back with his call. I'll give you one more shot at it. There was, I think they said Nawada in a real deep voice, didn't get your call. Come on back, try it one more time. Well, I guess he fell out of it, and or maybe I was mistaken, and with us being amateurs, that is entirely likely. So, with that, this has been KI5OZZ on the N5XQK Daily Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. I'd like to thank all of our checker-inners for calling in this afternoon and sharing memories and favorites and whatnot and shooting the bull. I will declare this net closed and return it to normal amateur radio use, whatever that may be. And remember, when tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. 73, y'all. Catch you next week. KI5OZZ.
This is KD8SLG. I'd like to thank everybody who participated in today's N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. We'll be back again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. This is KD8SLG. I'm clear.
8WKY.